Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel, welcome back to another video.
Hello.
We are just in Jack's BMW for the last time. He's actually selling it, and we thought that we would just go out for one last hurrah on our travels this weekend. So we'd like to tell them where we're going and why and whatever. Let's just put that there and hope that it stays.
So we are off to Suffolk, Bury St Edmunds. I got a call when I was recovering from my bike accident. Normally you don't answer those cold calls, but I did because I was at home, and it was I don't know if it's actually Best Western or the hotel. It's a Best Western group hotel, but the hotel in particular, obviously at the time when people were low on money and
it was just after COVID,
businesses were struggling, so there was a lot of deals and offers to be had. They rang up and said, oh, we've got this this deal for lock it in for 2 years. I think it was £175 or something for a superior room with a wine tasting menu, like a wine tasting thing, and a dinner on one of the nights, which we're doing tonight, Friday. And then 2 nights stay. I don't know whether breakfast or there's any other meals included, I can't actually remember. But I thought at the time it's quite reasonable. And it's nearly been 2 years, and we kind of panicked, and we've kept saying we need to do that trip, we need to do that trip, and it runs out in like a couple of months. So we were like, right, let's book. Obviously runs out in like a month, but a couple of months ago we were like, right, let's book it, sort it out. So we have, and it coincides with me trying to sell my car, as the situation at work's changed, and I've had the car for 4 years now, so it's time for a bit of a change anyway.
Sorry if this is really shaky. I didn't bring any tripod or anything. My hand is literally killing me holding it.
Nightmare. Yeah, so it's coincided with me selling my car, obviously imminently. So obviously anyone watching the video, if the car's still available, give me a shout. Beautiful M5, F10 M5, low mileage, beautiful car. But yeah, like I say, things have changed at work now, so I just don't use the car enough. I've had it 4 years, it's just time for someone else to love it. It sits on the drive at home most of its time. I've done 6,000 miles in the last 2 years, so it's just not getting the use and love it deserves. I mean, I still love it and obviously look after it, but I want it to be driven and used. So yeah, insurance literally runs out in a couple of weeks, so we thought, well, as we haven't used it much lately, let's give it a nice stretch its legs, run out. So we're going up to this little trip in the car. Yeah. That's pretty much it. We're just going to grab some lunch, and it's 1:30. Going to grab some lunch in a bit. We booked the whole day off today. Corinne had some osteopath treatment. Osteopath, whatever. I'm not rich enough to afford that, and I managed to jump on Zwift, so I am happy. Yeah, that's it really, just on the road again.
I'm very sleepy because when you have osteopath treatment, obviously, well, for me especially, it's quite painful, and then I think your body just naturally gets very tired and sleepy trying to recover. So I'm trying to stay awake just so I can get a bit of lunch, to be honest. I'm starving. This morning we were kind of like rushing out the door because we needed to be back by 10:30, but we needed to go food shopping.
Yeah.
And we were going to get up and go for a run and then go food shopping, but I said to Jack, to be honest, I'd rather go for a run after the shops if we've got time than find that we're like 20 minutes from home and she's at my house and we're not there. So I only had a bit of toast because we were pushed for time, so I'm feeling it now, whereas this guy had some porridge. But you're probably hungry after your cycle.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I had porridge, as I do every day. But yeah, getting a bit hungry now. I don't know what a new
thing though, because I think we might have said before that Jack fasts. That Jack doesn't normally have breakfast, but
yeah. So I stopped doing that as my body weight's got a bit lower. I'm now like kind of lighter than I've ever been since being an adult. I kind of on and off weighing using scales in the last 5, 6, 7 years, whatever.
Not that you have to.
No. Not. It's not.
The scales depress me.
I would recommend people to not use scales. Like, to be happy with fitness and health should be based on feeling and what your goals are. For me personally, as a keen cyclist and also with motorsport, both of those passions and loves of mine unfortunately require you to kind of, well, I don't compete cycling, but obviously generally with cycling there's the lighter you are, the better. There's a crossover that you go too much and you lose your power, but you know, if you can run at 75 kilos instead of 80 and not lose too much of the peak power, it's better. And same with racing, all the kilos make a difference. So for me personally, you know, it's really good, and I've kind of really got my food and diet under control, and I have managed to drop, you know, significant kind of, I'd say probably 4 or 5 kilos and actually keep it off, whereas before I was always up and down all over the place. And it's still on the way down at the moment, but I found by fasting, I was then, well, I drink a lot of coffee anyway, but I was drinking even more coffee, and I was then snacking, especially being in the office, and now Michelle downstairs has a couple of little treat drawers. I was sneaking down there, and you know, where I kind of have made some changes to what I bring food wise, I was then still eating the same stuff. So I said, no, I'm going to start having breakfast, take a bowl of porridge with some raisins, have that mid-morning, and then that sees me through. So yeah, back on the breakfast game. So shout out to anyone that does still fast, but I'm back on the breakfast game.
Yeah, so yeah, we hope you guys enjoy this video. We're not really sure what we're going to be getting up to be honest, because we're just going to get there and then decide what we're going to do. A lot of people have mentioned to me about doing like a boat trip and stuff, but we're just going to get there, have a little mooch around, and then make a plan. So yeah, we hope
so
you guys
we've got
enjoy.
a bit of dinner and wine tonight, and then yeah, basically got Saturday in Bury St Edmunds, and then Sunday we're going to be coming home fairly early because I have got my first test of, well, only pre-season test on Monday, so I've got to fly from
Not like we've had this booked for months or anything.
Well, unfortunately you can't when you've got 10 days to the start of the race season and there's one test, you know, it's kind of, it's not ideal. I've got to fly from Stansted to get there and everything, but yeah, so yeah, we've basically got, you know, this afternoon, all of Saturday, nice couple of dinners, just a nice bit of time, bit change of scenery. It's been busy lately, so looking forward to it. Yeah,
so we'll catch up with you in a bit. So we're just stuck in a little bit of traffic near the Dartford crossing, and we still haven't stopped for food. It's now 20 to 3 and Jack's just whipped out his boiled egg.
Don't see what the problem is. I have a boiled egg every day.
Little peeling station. So we're still driving. We've got about 10 minutes left according to the sat nav. We did stop at McDonald's in the end, but we've had lots of delays, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a very, I guess you could say, normal Friday on the roads in England. Lots of traffic, lots of problems, and yeah, just feel absolutely physically ruined. Just like fast food just doesn't agree with me anymore. Just don't really enjoy it. It's a means to an end. It's a quick, easy meal, but just feel so tired. And
we had a bit of a squeaky bum moment as well because we needed to get fuel in the car, and for some reason we just didn't stop at the fuel station near our house.
Anywhere near.
And then there was like no petrol stations for ages, and then I had a little bit of a nap, woke up, and Jack was like, we've got 17 miles of range, and we were nowhere near a service station.
Which obviously in a car like this goes down very quick if you don't drive carefully. So
yeah, and we were stuck in like standstill traffic, but luckily we managed to find somewhere so we can sleep easy tonight.
Feel good.
Yeah, we'll be there soon and see what the weekend has in store for us.
Yeah, lovely.
Jack's just having a wee, so sorry if you can hear him. We have just come back from dinner, so today we had the wine tasting and like a starter. What was it called? A tasting menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, a tasting menu. So we had mushroom soup to start. We then had
I had a ham hock, so
oh yeah, sort of like a ham pate type thing, and I had the arancini goat's cheese. Not a fan of goat's cheese, to be honest. I think I'm gonna sneeze, but it was okay.
I thought mine was really nice.
Yeah,
the ham hock was really nice.
Nice. And then we had sorbet.
Yeah, it was a mango sorbet with a couple of raspberries just to cleanse the palate.
And then Jack had chicken breast.
Roast chicken with a potato, what's it called?
The
Dauphiné potato.
Yeah. And I had pesto pasta. And then we had a brownie. And then we had
tea and a bit of
tea and a bit of fudge. Obviously we had wine with each course, but I just think I've got a bit of an allergy today, to be honest, so I can't stop sneezing. And we're so full because we had a really late lunch. We had lunch about like 3 o'clock, so we're gonna go for a walk now.
Yeah.
Because we're both, you know, like when you're so uncomfortable because you're so full.
You like can't sit down or bend over or anything. And
then we're gonna try and watch a bit of Gardener's World on Channel 1. Oh no, it won't be Channel 1, will it? Because I don't do Channel 1+1. We might have to do it on iPlayer. We'll see what else there is.
Yeah, but anyway, to summarise, I thought it was quite a nice dinner. Nice to have a few different things, sort of things you wouldn't necessarily order on the menu. The wine was okay. I'm still stand by my whole, I'm not a big drinker. I quite enjoy wine with my Italian colleagues when it's like you're away, but I just find, yeah. Red
wine's quite heavy. Anyway, quick room tour before we go for our walk. Nothing special, but hey ho, it's a little bit messy because obviously you've been in here. So you come in the door and you've got a wardrobe, tea, coffee station, the bed. We did have a little bit of a 40-minute power nap, and then we've just got the bathroom. Nice of Jack to leave the toilet seat up, and yeah, that is it. Mirror, lovely, and we're just gonna head out for a walk now. Good morning. So it is 9:32. As you can see, we have just been out for a morning run, so it was just over 3k. We actually walked last night and found quite a nice route, but there was loads of traffic as we were going to head on straight, so head straight on. So we went left and ended up in a car park, which then went on to like a motorway. So we had to do a couple of laps around the car park, which cut it a bit short. But to be honest, I don't know if you can see, I had some treatment yesterday, so cupping, and obviously you're not supposed to do anything 24 hours after having treatment. It's nearly been 24 hours, so I didn't want to overdo it anyway. So I'm happy with that. It was 3.24k according to my watch. Don't know about yours.
Yeah.
But it is so cold outside, and the hotel is so hot. So I don't know if anyone can relate, but I absolutely hate it. Jack, where he's lost the weight, feels the cold a lot more. So he was like freezing cold, whereas I'm like literally so hot and sweating, and I hate it. And yeah, so it is, yeah, 9:30, and are we going to have our porridge now?
Yeah, we'll have our breakfast now.
So we went to Tesco last night and just got a little porridge pot, because we weren't sure sort of what our morning plans were going to be in terms of like times of getting up, how hungry we were going to be, and sorry if you can hear Jack weeing in the background. We are going to walk into the town, so it's about a 25-minute walk into the centre, and again, you know, just walking in itself delays the time and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure that obviously we have our porridge this morning, which means we can then have a lunch out, and then we'll probably come back to the room and chill for a bit probably, and then head back out for dinner. Not really sure. Really annoying if anyone can relate with a sports watch. We both have the Wahoo watch, and yesterday before we left home mine was on just under 50%, and I said to Jack, oh, should I bring my charger? And he was like, nah, it'd be fine, because they last quite well, the batteries on these watches. But we're already at 28%, and
that's fine.
I've said that I'm not going to be able to like,
you'll be fine for today and tomorrow,
do walks and stuff on my watch, because I don't want to risk losing it, because I'd rather record a watch than a walk. A watch? A run than a walk.
You'll be fine, that will last a couple of runs and walks.
Yeah, hopefully. So yeah, we're going to have our porridge now, and then we'll catch up with you when we head out. Breakfast fit for a queen. Not. Looks delicious. Jack's just done his press-ups. So much nudity on this channel from him these days.
Sorry.
He's just a hot person, and he never likes wearing clothes. I mean, he's wearing trousers, but he never likes wearing stuff on his top half. Oh yeah, and then we also got some latte sachets as well from Tesco last night. They're after my own heart. Hello again. So some of you may notice that we are actually in Jack's car. So it is 2 minutes to 3, and we are probably about, what, 15-20 minutes into the journey?
Yeah.
We have made the decision to actually come home a night early, so we were due to stay again tonight and drive back tomorrow morning to get back for Jack's test. But we just basically have spent all day wandering around the town, did a little bit of shopping. I've been trying to find some summer shorts, which I still cannot for the life of me find any that fit. and actually looked nice. Jack got a couple of little bits from Next.
I got the other colours of this quarter zip. That is, I'm at that age now where I get clothes in different colours that are the same because I like it.
But we kind of ran out of things to do, to be honest. Like, we even thought about going to the cinema, but there's just nothing on at the cinema that we would like to see. And Jack just said, why don't we just go home? And we're like, do you know what? Yeah, basically
I said, my reasoning was, it's the London Marathon this weekend, so the traffic on the way home tomorrow is probably going to be terrible. Essentially, we're going to have to get up early tomorrow to get on the road, to get back to ours, for me to get my other bag, to then go to my parents, to then go back up this way to Stansted. Whereas we were going to just basically sit in the room and probably nap for like 3-4 hours. I said, why don't we just go? We'll still eat out tonight back home, because if we're going to spend money and have a meal out, we might as well do that anyway. We haven't got food in for tonight. I know we could rustle something up, but let's just still go out for a dinner. Instead of spending 3-4 hours sat in the room, we'll spend 2.5-3 hours and actually just get home and be home by 5 o'clock, and then we can just kind of chill and you know, then actually have an evening, and then we've actually got tomorrow together, not just travelling, and we're not risking getting stuck in traffic. It just basically, I know it was only £175 for the whole experience, but we just felt
there was just a lot of red flags.
From the second we turned up, there was nothing. We were meant to be like VIP parking. There was nothing. We just parked normally.
Was it a champagne green?
It was meant to be, meant to be champagne and canapes on arrival. We turned up and the woman at the desk was like, "Oh, signing on the machine." So we're like, okay. Nothing in the room. The room was down as a superior double, but to me it was barely a normal double. It was just a normal sort of double room. You get bigger rooms at Premier Inns.
Yeah.
And travel lodges.
And when we turned up for the dinner, like they weren't even really expecting us, kind of thing. Like, we turned up 5 minutes late, and he was like, "Oh, right, okay, have you got a booking?" So we're like, "Oh, we're down for like 6:30, whatever." And it was kind of like, "Oh, right, okay, let me go check. Yeah, all right, go sit over there." And then I think we mentioned it was basically like a what was it, a taster menu?
Yeah, it was a taster menu. Like, the food, don't get me wrong, the food wasn't terrible. Like, I thought it was nice.
But it's like, if you're quite a fussy eater, you wouldn't have liked it. Like, it was a chef's soup, but he didn't even tell us what the soup was, and it was mushroom soup. And I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms, and we weren't sort of told that before committing to it. It was goat's cheese arancini, which I don't really like goat's cheese, but I didn't want the ham hock terrine, so you kind of like not really given much choice.
There wasn't really a safe option.
No, like if you were a vegetarian or vegan or something, you would have no chance. So yeah, that was kind of annoying, and there was a couple behind us.
And the wine as well, like, we had 5 different wines, but it was meant to be matched to the meals, but it's like they kind of forgot and then just brought 3 wines out at once, and to the point where they didn't even realise they'd given us the last wine and gave it to us twice, which, okay, fine, we had an extra glass of wine, lovely, but so disorganised.
And there was a couple behind us that, again, they were kind of like, we've had 3 courses and we've had no wines, and they asked for tap water 2 or 3 times, and they just didn't get it. And it's not like it was busy.
No.
It was quite quiet, and there was another couple as well. He wanted an extra drink, and they just kind of like, it was very chaotic, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was disappointing, because when you think VIP, you think you're going to be like quite important, not like, you know, oh, look at me, I'm better than you, but we've paid for an experience, and to be honest, we were treated probably worse than if you just went and stayed in a Premier Inn.
I just think that, okay, you know, you could say, well, guys, what do you expect for a £175 experience? But if you're sold an experience and you're sold the dream of this, that, the other, and you think, oh, that sounds quite nice, then you expect at least basic, decent service.
And even when we just went back to the hotel to go back to our room, there was a wedding going on, and the woman was kind of like, oh, there's a wedding going on, and it's like, well, how are we supposed to get back to our rooms then? Like, she's like, oh, right, okay, yeah, you can go through, and it's just like,
everything about it was just
so we didn't even bother saying that we were leaving, so we're just gonna,
everything was below par.
Yeah, we're gonna write an email to feedback, because like, to me, customer service is so important, and they just didn't have it. They just really, did they?
No.
Like, the bloke couldn't have been less interested in us if he tried at dinner. And you think, knows that we've paid for a package, how on earth is he treating people that just go there generally? Like, there's a wedding going on and he was in the restaurant, and I just think, God, I feel sorry for those poor people.
Yeah, so yeah, basically disappointing, and I think lesson learned, we're just not gonna, like, I'd say I booked this 2 years ago.
It seemed like a good idea when we didn't live together and Jack had just had his accident, and it obviously was to help businesses after COVID, but in reality, as Jack was saying, things like this are just, unless you're going there for a reason, a Best Western is just somewhere to put your head down for the night. It's not somewhere to go for a weekend. You know, if it had spa facilities, then maybe it would be slightly better.
Yeah,
but
and again, without being snobby, both of us through work and through racing and stuff, have done quite a lot of travelling to different towns, cities, whatever, and you learn actually they're all the same, like, without being rude to certain areas. You got the same.
We couldn't even get anywhere for lunch either. That was so
yeah,
annoying.
everything was busy, but like, it's the same shops, the same restaurants, like. So I said, let's just go home and go, if we're gonna have an Indian like we might have done, let's just go to our local one that we know is good, and then we're in our nice bed that we paid a lot of money for at home. I'd rather, I'm very tight with my money over a lot of things, but I was like, you know what? For
What?
I didn't hear what you said. For the sake of 87 quid, let's just go home and write
cut our losses. Email. Yeah, because, you know, we haven't even been there 24 hours and we're already leaving.
I mean, I know.
I was thinking it this morning because I thought, I can't face another night here. But I didn't want to say it to Jack because obviously we paid, and the whole point was we were meant to have a nice weekend away, whatever. But I'm so glad that he was on the same page because.
Yeah, I just couldn't face an afternoon of napping for the sake of it and just sitting around wasting time. And then I just forgot what I was going to say now.
Yeah, basically we're just gonna tomorrow probably go for a bike ride or something together, a run or a walk, and just have a bit of quality time and chill. So we'll still bring you along for the rest of our weekend, but it's just a change of plan, slightly different.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say,
go on.
Was, I know you probably say, well, if you're in that area, why didn't you just drive to Cambridge or yada yada somewhere for the day? But the point is, we've gone to this place and we wanted to stay, you know, it's kind of, for me, I don't want to drive 3 hours and then drive around more, like.
Yeah, and we don't really like shopping either.
The whole point was that we were going to try and stay local and see what was about, and there just wasn't much in the local vicinity, and the hotel was just nothing, like I say, nothing wrong with it, but just for what it was sold to us as, just didn't
what we were expecting. You know, like when we've been saying to people, oh, we're going here for the weekend, they're like, oh, that sounds lovely, and it's
just didn't live up to expectations.
Yeah, so yeah, we're
5.5 out of 10.
4:57, we're due home. Hopefully we have quite a smooth journey, and we'll catch up with you later depending on what we decide to do.
Yeah, see you guys later.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make.
So it's 5:15, we've been home about 10 minutes and we're just having a hot drink because it is quite chilly back here, to be honest. Not that it's much warmer up north, but good to be home.
Yeah, lovely. Really pleased to be home. What else did I say? Sam's come
Well,
back.
we still wouldn't have been thinking about getting ready for dinner.
Yeah, really pleased to be home, to be honest.
Yeah, had a couple of diversions, didn't we? And there was a really bad accident on the other side of the road. Thank goodness we didn't get stuck in that because it was right around where we needed to get fuel yesterday. So we would have been in a real spot of bother.
Yeah, all good. Back home, chilling. Very happy. Hello, everyone. So, as you can see, we are back at home in bed. As I know we already said we're back home and the reasons why, but it is now 9:30 at night. We're in bed. We just got a Corinne's here as well. Just got a little bit of admin stuff to do on the laptop. We're going to get done because we've got obviously this time we thought we didn't have. 21 Jump Street on the telly. If you know, you know. Absolutely cracking film. And then I think we'll probably get a fairly early night.
Yeah, and we went out for an Indian.
We went out for an Indian, our usual takeaway place. We actually went for a sit-in meal because it's like 2.3k walk from home. So we thought, yeah, let's go for a little sit-in.
So we walked there, walk back a slightly longer route, so we probably walked 7.5k there and back in the end.
Needed though, because we ate too much. As everyone knows, you always eat too much in Indian.
Let us know what you get from an Indian, because basically we normally always order too much, but tonight we went for a chicken tikka masala each, one peshwari naan, one garlic naan, one rice to share, onion bhajis, sag paneer, and the poppadoms to start. But we're thinking that we should and could drop one tikka masala, so just share a tikka masala, because I personally can only eat like half or less than half, and drop a naan as well.
Yeah.
And we both decided that peshwari naan, that's it, just chop my head off. Peshwari naan is better than garlic naan in our opinion, so we're thinking we could just get peshwari naan, onion bhajis, sag paneer or sag aloo or some sort of side, one rice to share and one chicken to share. But let us know what you think, because we do want to try some different dishes, don't we? We've had the boona,
Yes.
and we've had the pasanda, and my brother's had like the Rogan Josh and stuff. But you know, when you just stick to what you know, because it's too risky trying something else. But let us know if there's anything that you'd recommend, because we're up for suggestions.
We want to play it risky at the Indian.
Yes.
Right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good morning everyone, it is Sunday morning. We are just getting ready to go out for a bike ride. So I am basically just an amateur cyclist, so I'm just wearing what I'd normally wear to the gym. I have got some cycling bottoms on. Obviously Jack's got all the gear and all the idea, whereas I just basically just cycle on a budget, to be honest. So he's just out in the gym now, getting our bikes ready. We're going to go for a morning cycle and then just see what time we've got left before he has to leave for the airport. So we will catch up with you guys in a bit. We are going fasted because neither of us are hungry after our Indian last night. So I've had a banana because I really struggle exercising on no food. So I've had a banana, and we're going to take a few bars and gels just in case I crash and need a little pick-me-up. Because I don't think that we know how far we're going. We're just going on a route to a cycle path, and then I don't know how long that will be. So I think I haven't sort of done any more than about 20-25 kilometers in over a year. I'm definitely fit enough to do more. It's just obviously cycling I find quite hard on my hands especially, and also it's not very comfortable. So yeah, let's see how we get on, and we'll check in with you when we're back, hopefully alive and well. Okay, so we have been back about maybe 20-25 minutes now. Jack is actually currently out doing a run because he's got his test tomorrow. And obviously we went out for dinner last night, so he wants to make sure that he's either as close to his lowest weight he's been, or, you know, just a little bit lighter after our Indian. So yeah, he's out running now because cycling with me is obviously much slower. He burns less calories, etc, etc, because I'm not as good as him. Anyway, we ended up cycling 38k in the end, which, to be honest, I'm happy with that. I really needed a wee from about 25k in maybe, but we were going to go a slightly longer route, but then Jack changed his mind because of the time, because obviously he's got to leave in just over an hour, and he wanted to run as well, and we've got to eat, etc. So I didn't bother saying that I needed a wee, whatever, just pushed on. And to be fair, we didn't eat before we went on the ride because neither of us were hungry. Like I said, I had a banana, and probably 22k in, I was like, oh, I'm getting a bit hungry now. So I had a bar, just so obviously I didn't end up crashing and then not being able to sort of pick myself back up. So I had a bar. Jack had nothing because he's just so fit that I don't even think he broke into a sweat. It was really cold, and I wore my thin leggings on the bottom half. I have a thicker pair, and I regretted not wearing those, to be honest, but we wore gloves. I wore my little, it's actually a running headband to cover my ears. Jack's got a little hat, obviously in the helmet. And yeah, other than sort of like needing a wee and probably not you know, 100% fueled for anything more. My legs were a little bit stiff from our run yesterday, but I actually felt quite good, and I'm proud of myself because I haven't cycled that far. Okay, it's not far to a lot of people, but I haven't cycled that far for myself in over a year. So yeah, I'm pleased with that, and like I say, I think that I could definitely go further, providing that we had breakfast and or I had a wee. Or to be fair, I said to Jack as soon as we set off this morning, I don't like to drink anything before we go out cycling, but the initial plan was to go out for a walk, so I was like, oh, that's fine. If I have my hot drink now, by the time we've gone for our walk and come back, I'll be able to like fully empty out my bladder before we set off. But we then decided not to go on the walk after we had the drink, so I knew that was going to need a wee. Anyway, what a lovely conversation talking about wee. But yeah, other than that, I think I could probably do a little bit further. Nowhere near as far as Jack had cycled, no way. But yeah, when we've got a little bit more time, we're going to try and do cycling on a Saturday and then go into the home gym as well. So should be able to get, yeah, a little bit better, go a little bit further, a little bit fitter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just waiting for Jack to come back, and then we're going to have some brunch. And then, like I say, he's going to depart, which is sad times. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, so yeah, I'm probably going to shampoo his car this afternoon when he's not here, because it's for sale and we want to make sure that it looks the best that it can possibly look. And we've got a car shampooer. Well, it's actually just an ordinary shampooer, but it's got the attachment on that I can do the car, so probably do that and yeah, see where the rest of the day takes me, to be honest. Hello everybody, it is a few days later now. It's actually a week since I started filming this video, but it is now basically the Friday after. So as you would have seen, we came back from our little weekend away and it was all a disaster, la-di-da-di-da, whatever. Jack ended up going to Italy for his test, and this week has just been crazy busy. So I normally go into the office on a Monday and a Tuesday. However, this week we had somebody's retirement leaving lunch and also a couple of team meetings and things like that. So I had to change my office days to Monday and Thursday. So to be honest, this whole week I've just been all out of sorts. Jack got back at 4 AM Monday evening, so it's technically Tuesday morning at 4 o'clock. So obviously we've been playing catch up in terms of sleep and routine, etc, etc. I actually ended up picking up some more turf. So I think I might have mentioned possibly in the last video that we ended up getting 6 rolls of turf from Homebase because they reduced it on a Monday to £1. On Easter Monday that we got it, and it has now been just over 3 weeks, and we cut it for the first time the other day because you're supposed to obviously cut it. I think it just encourages it to grow a bit bushier, etc, etc, and also it was getting really long. But we decided that the grass seed that I'd laid wasn't actually taking as well as we wanted it to. So although it was taking, it wasn't sort of getting as bushy as quickly as we'd have liked, and there was a few bare patches as well where it hadn't taken. So I just said to Jack that basically we would get some more turf, so however much they had, we would get to turf the rest. So I called Homebase on a whim the other day, on Monday when I was in the office, and they had some, so off I went to Homebase and I picked up a further 27 rolls of turf. I didn't actually think about it in the moment. I was just focused on, I need to load this car up with as many turf rolls as possible. I initially thought we needed 33 rolls, so my aim was I need to fit as many of the 33 rolls in my car as possible, not thinking about the weight element of it. So I managed to fit 27 in the car, and I was devastated that I was then 6 short of what I thought we needed. And as I drove away, well, as I went up to my car to drive away, I was like, why does my car look so low? And then I realised, because the turf is obviously quite heavy, so there was a lot of weight in my car. So I was like, oh my god, why have I only just thought about the weight element of this? So I was panicking a little bit, but I just made sure that I drove home really carefully because there was a lot of speed bumps on the way that I have to go home. And I then laid them before I went to the gym on Monday, because obviously Jack wasn't here. and we actually had too many, so we actually only needed 25, so we've got 2 surplus, but my brother's going to actually have those, so I've been nurturing those this week, trying to keep them alive, or as green as I possibly can, so that he can lay them this weekend. So yeah, I don't know how I managed to misjudge that, but to be honest, if anyone knows me, measuring and numbers is just not my forte. Yeah, Jack will tell you I'm just not good at measuring. So thank goodness I didn't get the 33, otherwise we would have had lots of waste. But yeah, so I got the turf, so I laid that the other day. And oh my goodness, when I tell you Tuesday, I was in pieces because I'd been to the gym and I'd laid and like transported 27 rolls of turf. Obviously I used muscles I've never used before carrying the turf, and my biceps, my back, my bum, my legs, everything about me hurt so much. So I've just been trying to recover, in all honesty, from that, and obviously nurturing it as well. So as I mentioned, they reduced it on a Monday to £1. So this is what it's currently looking like. So this is the original turf that we got just over 3 weeks ago. A couple of little patches that didn't take, so there was a couple of little offcuts and I just lob them there basically. These are the 2 rolls that my brother's gonna have. So yeah, I've been watering it every day. This once looked like this, and I know for anyone, before you come for me, I know you're supposed to lay it in like brickwork, but because we didn't lay that like it, and it was just me and I didn't have much time before the gym, I've just laid it exactly how we laid that. And I'll hope for the best, and I'll accept that we might have a couple of lines between it, but over time we can always put some grass seed on those smaller areas. So yeah, that is how the turf is looking. Lovely. And like I say, it is now Friday now, and it is just after 4 o'clock, and I'm going to do a quick speed clean of the house, because obviously we were away at the weekend, and by the time we got back and everything like that on Sunday, I normally clean the house, but I haven't. This weekend we're going to my mum's, so I'm not going to be able to clean it this weekend. And next weekend we are away because it's the first race of the season for Jack. So I'm not going to be able to clean it again then. And it's not that dirty and it's not that messy, but I'm a routine kind of gal, and I like to clean the house and have it nice and tidy. For me, I think I might have mentioned before, the worst places are always the bathrooms, because we use them most of the time. You know, the sink has got toothpaste, stuff like that, toilets, baths, showers, whatever, we use them all of the time. So I'm thinking I might change our bed. I'm not going to wash the bedding that's on it until next week when I'm back, so I can obviously be here to sort it out. But I might change the bed because we're not staying here tonight, so then that will be all fresh for Sunday evening when we get back. And then I'm just going to basically go around with a duster, hoover and clean the bathrooms, and hopefully try and mop the floor as well before Jack gets back. So he should be home in the next hour, so we'll give it our best shot, see what we can get done. But I just felt like watching the video back, I mean, not that this has been much different, but watching the video back, there's a lot of talking, we didn't really achieve much, and I thought it was a little bit boring, in all honesty. So I just thought I'd add in a quick speed clean because that's what I'm about to do. And yeah, so I'll just quickly pan around what it's looking like. This is always the worst room because this is my office, and I don't take an official lunch break per se. I use my lunch break to go for a walk, so I then eat my lunch at my desk, hence my lunchbox there. I know, pretty scuzzy, but hey ho, what you gonna do about it? So I need to sort this out. I bought some shorts last night from Asda. Anybody that knows me knows that I've been on the hunt for some denim shorts for literally forever, because I cannot find shorts that fit my legs and my waist and aren't like with your bum cheek hanging out. So I'm not sure if these are the ones, to be honest with you. I've picked them up in a 12. Normally I'm a size 10, but I've picked them up in a 12 just purely because I tried them on over some leggings in the shop yesterday and they felt a little bit tight on the leg and I didn't like that. So I've brought the 12 and I'm going to try those on just over the next couple of weeks. I tried them on last night and they're okay, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to keep trying them on and make a final decision, because obviously I'll have 28 days to return them. So yeah, I will put those away so they're out of the way. I need to put the bed down in here because I got my running headband and my headphones and things like that out of there. So that's not too bad in there because that's a spare room. I need to sort this This is the chair in our house, the banister. So I need to sort all that out, what's clean, what's dirty. Again, sort the bed out in here, and then just, yeah, just give it a once over in here. There's me, hello. And yeah, just basically run the hoover around, because I don't know if you can see, but there's just little bits of fluff sort of here and there. So yeah, I am going to crack on now and, like I say, see what we can get done by the time Jack gets home. So, number one job for me when I do any sort of cleaning, literally, sorry if you're a little bit on the wonk, anywho, is to put the washing away. And to be honest with you, it is my least favourite job in the whole world. I normally end up doing Jack's as well, probably like 35% of the time, and I hate putting his washing away because he is very stressful. His drawers, not necessarily his drawers because it's mainly a wardrobe, but his wardrobe is so stressful because he is incapable of hanging a t-shirt properly. He won't mind me saying that. Well, he might do, but I don't really care. So yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, we basically have a wardrobe each and a ottoman storage bed. So I have the spare bed and Jack has the one in our bedroom. So I'm just going to put this all away. Okay, other than my underwear, that is basically all of my washing away. So for this Be Clean, literally the two products I'm going to be using is a Zoflora mix for anti-bac, and then just some polish just to wipe over the surfaces. So yeah, haven't used that yet, so that can just go there for the minute. And I'm just literally going to do that. Next up, the worst room in the house, like I said. So, right, in fact, I've got a hairband in here. No, right, that's Jack's. That is all of his race stuff for next week. But it's still very stressful. So let's get his race suit from the pile of washing. Put this away. And then see if I can persuade him to just put that all up in the roof until next week. He probably won't, but worth a try. Get his gloves in there and his boots. So, as you can see, I have stripped our bed, and now I'm just about to remake it. One thing is for sure is it's so difficult to change our bed, given that it takes up the entire room. And Jack always manages to get out of this one. Okay, I've just wiped over the windowsill, but it's really awkward to film in our bedroom. And I'm just going round with my extendable noodle duster, just to see if there are any cobwebs on the top, on the ceiling, on the side of my chest of drawers. And I'm just going to do that in all of the rooms and the hallway, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, I've never actually cleaned this way before, but we're going to give it a go because why not? So I'm basically going to use my anti-bac spray to just literally wipe over the bath with anti-bac wipes, and I've got a microfiber cloth there as well. Normally I get, you know, a sponge, etc. involved, bleach, but like I say, this is just a speed clean. And I actually have been to the gym every day this week pretty much, so I actually wash at the gym, so I haven't actually used the bath that much, so it'll be fine. Sorry, the battery died, so I'm now just going to take all of this lot off the sides. Again, just take an anti-bac wipe and just give that a little wipe over. These away, move that lot up there, put the bleach away. Put my toothbrush thing and my soap back all I need to do is just replace the towels, and then I will mop the floor as well. Okay, it's now time to hoover. Jack has just got back and he's jamming down in the kitchen. Hello everybody, it is now a few days later again, and I'm just editing this video back and realised that we did not film an outro. I mentioned it to Jack on Friday that we needed to do it, but to be honest, after my little speed clean, the evening just went from 0 to 100 real quick, and we were basically on the road and got to my mum's about 9:30 in the end, and we got home last night and we're in bed for 11:30. So it's been a very busy weekend and we didn't really have the time. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you in our next video. Probably not going to be a video this weekend slash early next week, because as I mentioned, Jack is racing and we're actually not getting back until next Monday, so probably no video this week slash next week, but hopefully we'll be back to it next weekend.